Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Oh, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Our reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 17th Adhyay of Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, the yoga of the threefold Shraddha, the discussion on the yoga of the threefold Shraddha. And Sri Krishna having told us that, we beget Shraddha. The Shraddha comes to all the beings depending on their mental makeup, depending upon their tendencies, the nature that the beings they have carried forward from birth after birth after birth. If they are into, they are carrying good impressions, good tendencies, the Shraddha that begets is of a sattvic nature. If they're all tendencies, they're work-oriented, kind of rajasic tendency, even that Shraddha becomes rajasic. And if all their tendencies have been downward going, they are going towards hell as if that Shraddha that these people they beget with the new birth, that Shraddha also is of a tamasic nature. And according to, and so Sri Krishna says, as the inherent nature, so is the Shraddha. And as the Shraddha, so is the tendency to work further in the next birth. That is how the cycle has been going on. You beget good, you collect good, you beget good, and you do good. You collect status quo kind of thing, neither good nor bad. Just activity, activity, activity. You collect that kind of nature, you beget that kind of nature, and you also start performing the same role again and again in the next birth. But if your collection is pathetic, if your collection is absolutely downgraded, then what you beget is also of that same quality, of the most inferior, the worst quality for that matter. And as a result, what you do again is nothing but the worst. So this is what Sri Krishna has told in the 4th Shloka that we read. Sri Krishna told us that how these people of different tendencies, how these people of different Shraddhas, different categories of Shraddhas, the threefold Shraddhas, how they worship the deities as such. And Sri Krishna told us, Yajante Satvika Devan Yaksha Rakshansi Rajasaha. Those who have the inherent tendencies of Sattvika, of the purity, of nothing but holiness and piousness, they worship the gods, goddesses, and the Paramatman related. They are in that higher evolutionary stage of worshipping only the purest. There is no confusion, there is no adulteration, there is no mix-up of the good and bad. It is nothing but good, the pure, the holy, the pious. The Rajasic oriented, What they worship? They worship just like their nature, which is trouble creating, mischief mongering, and things like that. So they keep on worshipping the celestial beings, the yakshas, the demigods, who try to do good, but something bad will happen. Or at times, even like the Rakshasas, their attempt is not doing good as such. Their attempt may not be doing bad, but what they do is invariably it results in some kind of a negative outcome. So that is how the Rajasikas they worship. They worship the Yakshas and the Rakshasas. And what about the Tamasika? They worship none other than all the worst kind of things that can happen in this creation. They neither worship the demigods, they neither worship the Rakshasas, which at least have some kind of the work-oriented, activity-oriented nature. They can never, the Tamasikas, they can never, of course, worship the gods and goddesses, the deities for that matter, which signify purity, which signify the Paramatman, which signify the Parabrahman, either in the Saguna form or Nirguna form, either Sakar or Nirakar. They will never worship. What they worship is the dead bodies, the ghosts, the Preta and the Bhutagana, all the kind of evil spirits. That is what these people end up worshipping. Now that was Sri Krishna's teaching as far as the worship mode is concerned. Now Sri Krishna is going to teach us how these different people with the different tendencies of Shraddha, the Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamasic, how they behave in ordinary course of life. Forget about only the worship. How they perform austerities, how they eat, the kind of food that these people they eat, the kind of activities that these people get engaged in. So Sri Krishna is going to elaborate further on this threefold type of people. The people with threefold Shraddha, people with these threefold Shraddhas which are emitting because of the threefold tendencies, inherent tendencies of being Sattvika, Rajasika or Tamasika. So here, first of all, Sri Krishna is going to tell us in this fifth and sixth shloka as the type of austerities that these three types of people they perform. Now, first in the fifth shloka, what Sri Krishna is telling us is aśāstravihitaṃ ghoraṃ tapyante ye tapo janāḥ dambhāhaṅkārasaṃyuktāḥ kāmarāgabalānvitāḥ. This is the starting that Sri Krishna has, but the shloka is yet not complete, although it is a fifth shloka. But what Sri Krishna is intending to tell us about the type of austerities these people they do, that is going to continue in the sixth shloka also. But let us in today's reading read what Sri Krishna is going to teach us in this fifth shloka. Aśāstravihitaṃ ghoraṃ. Aśāstravihitaṃ, not enjoined by any scriptures. It doesn't have authority of any scripture. That kind of austerity. Aśāstravihitaṃ ghoraṃ, and ghoraṃ is terrible. We can, the normal type of people can never even think about performing those kind of heinous things, because they are not prescribed, they are not as per the rule book of the Shastras. They are not as per the injunctions laid down in the Shastras of performing the austerities. So what Sri Krishna is telling, aśāstravihitaṃ ghoraṃ tapyante ye tapah janāḥ. The people who practice the austerities which are not confined, which are not ordained as per the scriptures, which are terrible in nature, dambhāhaṅkārasaṃyuktāḥ, which are filled with dambha. Dambha is that hypocrisy. saying something, doing something, thinking something, or thinking something, doing some, saying something, and doing something. That kind of a hypocritical attitude, dambha. And ahankara, again that arrogance, egotism, I-ness, that pride. Any activity done in such manner, which is hypocritical in nature, which is filled with arrogance, which is filled with pride, dambhāhaṅkārasaṃyuktāḥ, kāmarāgabalānvitāḥ. Kama is again that by the force of lust and attachment. Again, that lust and greed that Sri Krishna has cautioned us. Sri Krishna had cautioned us in the Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, the typical tendencies of the demonical types of people, the lust and greed, and of course the anger resulting out of it. So here again, once again, Sri Krishna is emphasizing the fact of the things, the austerity which is done with the intent of lust, kama, raga, the attachment, the kind of greed, the kind of I must possess that thing, that kind of feeling, kāmarāgabalānvitāḥ, which is filled with, which is strongly filled with lust and attachment, which is strongly tuned by the activity, the austerity that is strongly tuned by the lust and the greed. So Sri Krishna is telling us about the type of the austerities that different people with the different tendencies they are following. And just by the introduction that Sri Krishna has made in this 5th shloka, we can very well make out that what Sri Krishna is intending to tell us, that who are the people, who are those types of people, they are engaged in these kind of activities. Sri Krishna will further elaborate on this particular point in the 6th shloka. But as of now, let us keep it in mind before we actually start reading out from the 6th shloka, that Sri Krishna is giving us a hint here in this 5th shloka that there are type of people. There are types of people who perform terrible austerities, who perform all the reckless austerities, who perform violent austerities, which are not enjoined by the scriptures, which are not as per the scriptural ordinance, which are not as per the book of instructions as given by the scriptures, by the shastras. So they perform such activities, and these activities are performed under a hypocritic manner. These activities, these austerities are performed in a hypocritic manner, in a mood of arrogance, in a mood of pride, in a mood of highly inflated egoism. I am doing this austerity, that kind of thing. And these austerities that these type of people are performing, this type of people are performing, they have at their core, the objective is lust and greed. The kāmarāgabalānvitāḥ. These austerities are powered. These activities are powered by that inherent lust and the greed, the kama and raga. So this is what Sri Krishna has told us in the 5th shloka of the 17th adhyaya, the Shraddha Vibhaga Yoga. And we can very well understand about which category of people Sri Krishna is telling this, giving this teaching in the 5th and coming 6th shloka. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Rama Krishna. Jai Thakur Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.